York's classic rock, Q1043.
All right, Jonathan Clark, welcome back here in the studio. Q1043 is out of the box. Joining us in the studio, band with, it's cool to say, many platinum and gold albums. Based in Toronto, it is 3 Days Grace. We got Matt and Neil with us. Guys, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Good to have you back in New York City. Let me hold up the awesome artwork here for the new album here, which is Human, the band's fifth studio album. And you just played our iHeartRadio Theater presented by PC Richard & Son. So, Matt, you are relatively new, or now officially new, I guess, the new lead singer of the band. And you are the brother of the band's bass player, so Brad Walst. So, did you ever think this might happen? I mean...
You know, I always want to be part of the band, and way back in the day, I tried out as guitar player, but I was just learning. Wait,
no, your other guy here is laughing. What happened?
well, at the time, I actually didn't use a pick, and I was.
Oh, so you're like Mark Knopfler of Dire Straits or something?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, not even close.
Right? Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like I always looked up to the guys, and I watched them go from playing in my basement to playing in arenas.
Yeah, I mean, you were around them forever. I mean, you know.
Yeah. So I always wanted to be part of the band for sure.
So you knew the songs? I mean.
Oh yeah, like I've seen them live more than probably anybody.
Okay.
And I always loved the songs, and I knew the songs pretty well beforehand. I never knew them. I never sang them completely all the way through. That's it. Being in the band. But when I got the call, I went down to my basement. I had 5 weeks to prepare for tour. And I spent...
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all. Jumping on a stage in front of 8,000 people singing songs that you've never sang in front of a club before it was a little scary, but the first hit of the first song, the pyro went off, and I just put all I had into it, and it felt right, and it's new and a lot more energy, I think, than it was before.
One thing a lot of people don't know is Matt actually co-wrote on the first 3 Days Grace album as well as Transit of Venus, and obviously
there's some mailbox money.
Yes. It was a really natural transition for us. Just for that reason, we were already collaborating creatively, and then he's gone through all the same stuff as we do, so everything that's on our records is a reflection of our personal lives, and we kind of dealt with all this stuff together, and with we as a family kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, since 2003, I guess, right? When the first album came out. Yep. We're in the studio with 3 Days Grace. We got Matt and Neil with us. The new album is Human. So, Neil, getting back to that, from your perspective, you had a lead singer in the band for quite a while, the same guy, and now it's a new one. Talk about, that first sort of, okay, we're in the studio, we got to rehearse, we got to get these songs together. Was it an easy process for everybody to sort of gel? Yeah,
I mean, we were really excited because there was just like a new energy, and the way that it kind of unfolded, it happened really quickly, and we did have this co-headliner with Shinedown coming up, like 30-date arena tour.
Yeah.
So the first impression was like Matt said, he just came out guns blazing. And the crowd reacted, and there was a new energy. But shortly after that, we were on. We write a lot on tour, with acoustic guitars and stuff. We all write lyrics, melody, music together. And Matt showed up with this Painkiller idea, and 3 weeks into this tour, and we were like, "Dude, this thing rocks! Like, as soon as we get off tour, let's go record it. Why not? So we went." Recorded Painkiller, loved the new sound, and we wanted to kind of just share it with the world, what the new sound was, and so we put it on the radio, and it went number one, and we were just like, okay, here we go, So we never really looked back, and life is about chapters sometimes, and just we were just excited about, and things were just moving so quickly. And 2 years later, we've gone on, we've been to Russia, and we just got back from South America.
You guys have the best job in the world. I mean, come on, let's be honest. I mean, we're in the studio with 3 Days Grace. We got Matt and Neil with us. The new album is Human. So when you hear that there are brothers in bands, you are immediately reminded of other brothers in bands. Say, the Oasis guys and the Kinks and the Robinson guys and the Black Crowes. Fun for you? Do you guys get in fisticuffs and stuff, or what?
Oh God, no. We got that out when we were younger.
Yeah.
Brad used to beat the crap out of me when I act up. He's 6 years older than me, so there was no competition back then. But I'm starting to work out, so you better look at it.
Yeah, right.
This guy's all into MMA now.
Wow,
Yeah.
you and a lot of other people. So that's such a huge sport now. You had Gavin Brown produce this album with you guys, and he did the first one several years ago. So talk about like why you brought him back to do this record with you.
Gavin was really instrumental in the beginning, helping us sort of find our sound and really helping us dig deep into like, emotional lyrics and so we this is obviously a new beginning, and we wanted to kind of go back to some of the process and some of the roots and some of the sounds that we had early on, you know what I mean? And one thing about Gavin is that he forces he guides us into like, his thing is like, let's not write lyrics. Let's write conversations. Like if you're feeling some sort of emotion or you want to convey something to someone else, how would you actually say it to them rather than, writing some sort of like
poetic
Bill Shakespeare clever thing, you know what I mean? It's like, and I think that we captured that on the first album particularly, and I think that we've recaptured that as well, which has I think a really engaging quality to the listener when it sounds like you're just talking to them about real life, you know what I mean? And then just digging deep into our real personal lives and making that the reflection, like what the content is. It comes from real life, and people want something real now more than ever. So Gavin really helps us hone in on that, and we had a good time doing it.
And he gets some good sounds out of the guitars and the drums
he
too.
Certainly does, yeah.
In the studio with 3 Days Grace, Matt and Neil with us. The new album is Human, and that word human seems to pop up a lot. With the new album title. It's the name of the album, but also the first single is Human Race. Talk about this word human.
Well, the Human Race, the song came about. We hadn't gotten to bed, and we were rolling on the bus. I remember in the Midwest, and we were like drinking wine all night, talking about life, looking out the window. Then all of a sudden, we ended up like downtown. I can't remember the city, but it was like gridlock morning rush hour traffic, and we're looking at each, and people are like just yelling at each other, running red lights, honking their horns, giving each other the finger, and like and we had just been sitting there kind of chilling all night, and all of a sudden we're in this, and I remember someone saying like, "Do you guys ever get sick of running this race, like the human race?" And we were inspired to write the song like right then and there.
Well, let's play it right now. We're in the studio with 3 Days Grace. The new album is Human. Matt and Neil from the band, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
Stay safe on the road. I know you got like a big, huge tour ahead of you, so stay safe. Don't get sick and colds and stuff like that, although it probably will happen.
He's the germaphobe.
Well, carry those wipes around with you and Purell and stuff like that. But anyway, we're going to play this kick-ass song right now. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.